White pawn at f2 to f4.
Black pawn at g7 to g5.
White pawn at f4 takes pawn at g5.
Black bishop at h8 takes pawn at b2.
White bishop at e1 takes pawn at k7.
Black bishop at b2 to d4, check.
White pawn at e2 to e3.
Black bishop at d4 takes rook at a1.
White bishop at k7 takes rook at l8.
Black bishop at a1 to h8.
White bishop at d1 to g4.
Black pawn at f7 to f6.
White pawn at g5 takes pawn at f6.
Black bishop at e8 takes pawn at k2.
White pawn at f6 takes pawn at e7.
Black queen at f8 takes queen at f1, check.
White king at g1 takes queen at f1.
Black knight at c8 takes pawn at e7.
White pawn at h2 to h4.
Black bishop at k2 takes rook at l1.
White bishop at I1 to F4.
Black knight at E7 to C8.
White bishop at G4 to F5.
Black bishop at H8 to A1.
White bishop at F5 takes pawn at H7. Check.
Black king at G8 takes bishop at H7.
White pawn at G2 to G4.
Black bishop at L1 to I4. Check.
White king at F1 to F2.
Black bishop at I4 to E8.
White bishop at H1 takes pawn at B7.
Black bishop at D8 takes pawn at H4. Check.
White bishop at L8 takes bishop at H4.
Black knight at C8 to B6.
White bishop at B7 takes rook at A8.
Black knight at B6 takes bishop at A8.
White bishop at F4 to G5.
Black pawn at D7 to D5.
White bishop at G5 to F4.
Black knight at B8 to D7.
White bishop at H4 to G5.
Black king at H7 to G7.
White king at F2 to G3.
Black bishop at I8 takes pawn at C2.
White king at G3 to F3.
Black bishop at C2 takes knight at B1.
White bishop at F4 to G3.
Black bishop at B1 to E4, check.
White king at F3 to F4.
Black bishop at A1 to E5, checkmate.